What's up?
Dude.
I'm washing my laundry by hand. Well, first of all, I'm a single dude, so I don't have a bunch of fucking little kids' clothes or nothing to wash. But anyway, what if you take your towels down, all your laundry, you got to do a load of towels. And the dude before you just washed all his underwear.
Yeah. And he jerked off in it all.
Yeah. And then you're washing your towels in that same washing machine with his fresh juice. Fuck that.
I can't use other people's laundry machine. I just can't. It's just one of the criteria I have is I got to be able to have my own washer and dryer.
Yeah, I can't use other people's butt juice machine. Fuck that.
I mean, people put like their dog blanket in there and shit.
Who knows, man? They could have herpes and they wash all their facial towels. And you're in your washing machine right before you did your fucking bath towels.
Yeah, fuck that. I can't do it.
At least don't wash your bath towels. And I hand wash it on the sink, and then I just hang it up in the shower to dry in a day and a half.
I got my own washer and dryer. Even though I'm in an apartment, I gotta have my own washer and dryer in the apartment.
I like that piece, but not all of them have that.
No, they don't. I've been looking for apartments, and a lot of them don't have it.
I know, it sucks, too. What else going on out there in Yeehaw?
Dude, I haven't eaten pork in like a year, so I made pork chops tonight. And now I feel like shit now. I think it did something to me.
Wow, pork is bad. I saw a thing about it where
I'm never eating it again, dude. After today,
they showed them like, how did they get it? They showed these pork chops with little worms coming out of them. I don't know.
Oh, thanks for telling me that now that I'm sick. I don't need to hear that. I cooked the shit out of it, though, but still. And I microwaved it before I ate it because I was just worried there might be something alive in it. Guess what, dude? It's the September sumo meet, and my favorite sumo wrestler is winning. Like, he won every event. He's a Yakuza named Haruo, or Hakuo. He's really? Yakuzumo Hakuo. And he slaps these Ozekis down like they're little children. It's hilarious.
No way.
Yeah, I watched him fight an Ozeki, and he pushed the guy down like he was a rag doll. I was like, holy shit, is this guy strong?
Right?
Yeah, this dude is just crazy good.
This dude I'm working for, he's like, I told him you're moving. He's like, where's he live now? Chicago? I'm like, no, he's outside of Louisville. He's like, oh, he goes, who did you know that lived there? But he said that they're like, it's like the Bible Belt bastards of the world out there. He says there's more holy rollers in Kentucky than fucking.
It's funny. Everybody here goes to church and everybody drives like an asshole. It's like you do them. So I told that to someone at my work. He asked me why I didn't go to church. And I told him that. I said, everybody here goes to church and everybody drives like an asshole. Then I said, you do the math.
You do the math, you jack. You go to church? That means you're an asshole.
Dude hasn't said a word to me since.
I know, it's like, what the fuck? With your church ass bullshit, pushing your church ass shit on me.
Yeah, you're going to church and then you're treating everybody like shit the rest of the week. It's like, wow, what's the point of that? I'd rather have you not go to church and be decent all week.
That ain't happening.
No, that ain't happening. It's right. I'm on my way out of here, trust me. So here's a funny story going on, right? Have you been following the news, like with this guy who's going to be the Supreme Court Justice?
Yeah. Yep.
His name's Kavanaugh.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, he tried to push some girl in a room when he was like 16 or something and take her clothes off when he was drunk.
Allegedly.
Right.
And I was talking to my daughter about this, right? And I'm like, and then she's like, I mean, when boys are teenagers and they're drunk, you never know what they're gonna do. It's not like you raped her, Even my daughter's saying this, right? So I'm thinking to myself, I mean, if you took every teenage boy that had a little trouble when he was a teenager and said he wasn't gonna do something, his whole life, every guy would be in trouble in life, you know?
But forcing a chick in another room, and that's a little different than trouble. That's like holding someone against their will. Check this out.
But what do you do to her now? What do you do to her?
I don't know. But say you get in an argument with your woman, and she's like, I'm leaving, and you jump in front of the door.
Yeah.
Say, no, you're staying here, whatever. Let's just figure this out. That's technically holding someone against their will. It's like some kind of imprisonment.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell. And it's a huge fucking deal, dude.
Right. So
just
you're
for telling someone.
But it should just be a spur of the moment thing. I mean, so you're in the camp where he shouldn't be the Supreme Court justice. I hate the guy anyway. He's a dick, in my opinion. I can't stand the guy. Anyway.
Once they tried to charge me with that, they're like, your wife said you wouldn't let her leave. I'm like, well, let me tell you something, dude, okay? I did jump in front of the door and say, hey, you should stay here. But there's a back door. I didn't hold her physically against her will.
Yeah.
I told her, it's not a good idea for you to leave right now. And they're like, that's not. And if you're too drunk to know that there's a back door, maybe you shouldn't be leaving.
Yeah, you could just say I didn't want her to drink and drive.
Yeah, that's what I said. She was drunk. It was late. She wanted to leave. I didn't think it was the right time. And then they're like, well, you held her against her will. I'm like, first of all, I didn't hold her physically. I says, I stood in front of the door. Well, that's entrapment or whatever. It's something, something like that.
False imprisonment, or what is it called?
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm not a lawyer.
And I was like, well, all she had to do was turn around and walk out the back door. If I held her physically, then you could say, yeah, I held her against her will. Hold someone against their will or something. That's what it was.
Well, I think once you've been a lawyer for a political party, like he was a lawyer for George Bush or something, like in the White House, well, then you've already made a political affiliation, and you can't be a Supreme Court justice. So I already think he can't be a Supreme Court justice for some whole other reason altogether. I mean, that means that you're like affiliated with a political party. And that's
back to that thing. Back to that brought up a subject. So I'm driving down the road and there's CDOT, Colorado.
Yeah, you told me that, and I don't know what difference that makes, really. Does it?
I think it's a conflict of interest that an insurance company sponsors a government program. Because when it comes time to say you get in a car accident. This actually happened to me with fucking State Farm. That's why I'm saying it. And then they haggled me to pay me what they owed me. And they're like, well, we'll take you to court. And it's like, well, fuck, I'm glad I got insurance with you. My own fucking insurance company's taking me to court so they don't have to pay me. What the fuck is that all about? So if the state is, if they sponsor those state trucks for safety on the highway, trust me, they're getting a little bit of fucking special treatment when it comes to them court dates. I guarantee it.
Dude, there's no insurance company that's on the up and up. They're all con artists and scams. Whether it's medical insurance, it don't matter.
Told me,
whether it's auto insurance.
After the fact, after I settled, this guy's wife was like a vice president for a big insurance company. And he said, here's where you fucked up. You should have said, let's go to court, a jury trial. And they would have settled with what you wanted. Here's why. He goes, because you're going to pick 10 people for your jury that have all been fucked by insurance companies.
Listen, all the lawyers around here, they're like, if you've been in an accident, call us before you call your insurance company. They all want you to call them first. Because just your insurance company is not on your side. They're on the side of money. That's it. It's the only side any insurance company, whether it's your medical insurance, your car
He
insurance.
said no jury is going to side with
They're
an
all
insurance
con
company.
artists.
He
And
goes,
it
"There's
made
no
me think
way."
of something. It made me think like we should do a thing. You know how you like have the top 10 or something like David Letterman have.
Yeah.
I was thinking like people used to say like car salesmen or like lowlifes. It's like a scumbag. That's
Right.
not true. What we should do is we should rank who the scummiest people jobs are in the country.
Okay, we'll start. I'll start it. Auto mechanics. They're
Auto mechanic?
lying bastards. They lie about what's wrong with your car. Every fucking time I've ever taken my car to an auto mechanic, they fuck me. My parents, they lie about what's wrong with it. They never do what they're gonna say. They're crooked bastards, auto mechanics. Because they figure if you come here with a problem with your car, you don't know about it. So they're just going to fucking railroad you every fucking time. They're bastards.
So that's number one, you're saying?
That number one for sure. It would be auto mechanics, then lawyers, bro.
No, not lawyers. Then I would say anybody in the insurance industry is number two.
Okay. Insurance industry, you're right, is number two.
And then number three is pimps. So auto mechanics and anybody in any insurance industry is above a pimp.
Above a pimp.
And I'm talking medical insurance, car insurance, it don't matter what. Those two are worse than pimps.
Then drug dealers, number three.
Yeah.
Because they're about as ruthless as it gets when it comes to them.
Right.
There's no system for drug dealers. It's the back of the hand system.
Yeah, anybody in insurance is worse than those two.
Anyone in insurance, there's going to be a line of people in hell. Auto mechanics will be first, so the gate will be all greasy and shit, leading into hell.
Yeah.
And then
insurance people are number two. Pimps are number three.
What was four? Drug dealers is number four.
Five is fundamental as Christians. That was number five.
You know, if you put a piece of plastic over the stem of your bananas,
over your
last
banana?
long.
Oh, yeah, that's what my wife does. Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's like that's where it was getting its nutrients from the tree, so it's like drawing stale air in from the room still.
Wow, interesting point. Like that's where it's maybe sucks in there. Like it has a mechanism to draw something from that because that's where its water came from or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's drawing the funky air out of your room into the. Remember when you used to like to get the sticker off the banana when you were a kid? I got the sticker. Now there's like 6 of them on there. Every banana has a sticker.
Yeah. Yeah, the banana. Not every banana has a barcode. I used to think like, how could they put a barcode on everything? That ain't gonna work. Like when barcodes first came out, now shit, you can't get rid of barcodes. They're everywhere. It's like you could have a barcode on your cock.
You'll probably get them one day for these dating sites.
Yeah, you're gonna
scan your cock and send. That's not your cock.
Yeah, you gotta scan. You gotta scan your arm barcode and then scan the one on your cock. That would they gotta match.
That's not your real cock. That's the thing about
I'm drinking a vodka and cranberry juice because I'm not feeling good, and I figured that'd make me feel better.
Say you were gonna send a fake picture of your dong to some chick, right? Like you haven't met her on the internet or whatever. Well, what good is that gonna be if when you meet her, then she's like, wait a minute, this ain't the cock you sent me.
It's kind of like when you put the younger picture of yourself in there, and then they meet you, and you're like some old, wrinkled, fat motherfucker.
This ain't the cock picture you sent me. You must have had hella close up. You must have did a photo.
You
Not a
Photoshop. You Photoshop.
You
your
did
cock.
You held your phone at the right angle to make your cock look bigger in the picture.
I bet you if you Google that, there's a way to do it.
There is a way. I'm
probably,
sure.
if
You
I
hold
Google
it
that.
under your cock, like
Yeah, you gotta hold it at an
past your
angle,
cock
you know.
on the bottom.
Kind of like when you hold the fish up closer to the camera, and it looks like you caught this giant fish. You really caught this little tiny fish.
That's my cock. It's just, it was a funny angle.
Yeah, it was an optical illusion.
It looked 2 feet in the picture, and it's really 2 inches.
Oh shit, that's weird, dude. That could happen.
The only reason I say that is because this chick showed me a picture. She's like, look, this dude sent me a picture of his dick. And I'm like, that looks like the wrong angle. It was like angled.
You're like critiquing another guy's dick.
Way bigger. Well, I can't remember what brought up the conversation. Oh, little dicks.
Yeah.
Was what brought up the conversation.
She's making sure she's like, don't pretend you got a big dick right now.
Well, I said, hey, have you ever been like, interested in a dude, and then all of a sudden he pulls out some little teeny fucking dick, like teeny tiny. And she said, imagine half of your thumb. That was the smallest one she's ever seen. I'm like, why would that dude even pull that fucking shit out?
Wow.
I would be embarrassed to even date a chick.
You'd have to really be tight with her before that ever happened.
Yeah, you're right. After that,
I got something to tell you, honey. This is going to be a shock to you, but
when I say my dick's 1 inch, it's 1 inch.
I'm exaggerating the 1 inch.
Long and round.
I'm bragging that it's 1 inch.
She said she felt kind of sorry for him. Like, hey, well, let's.
So she just
go ahead.
She went ahead and
try this anyway.
Just try to get it in somehow.
I swear to God, dude.
Oh my God, that's funnier than shit.
I'm not afraid to talk to chicks. I mean, I'm old enough where I could just bring up any conversation.
What do you got to lose at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, hey, I can't remember what actually brought up the conversation.
Yeah. You know what's funny? She probably never had that conversation brought up by another dude and probably thought it was like kind of stimulating and interesting that some dude would just mention that. Right?
Yeah, right?
I mean, what other guy would ever say that to a chick? Hey, you ever run across a guy with a tiny cock?
Well, you can't be bringing that up unless you got a little bit of something to work with.
Well, here's one thing about it that I don't mind.
She might throw it back at you. Hey, looks like you're in the same ballpark.
Like, let's say you're watching porn, right? Like, you're a dude and you're watching porn.
Right.
I can't watch it with the dude's got, like, this giant thing because it's just disgusting. I'd rather watch porn where the dude's got a little bit of a smaller dick.
I'd rather watch 2 chicks.
Oh, me too, by far. But I'm just saying, if you ever had to watch it, it'd be like, why do I mean, it just seems like it's a pain in the ass the whole time.
It reminds me of a joke. What do you get if you cross a brown chicken and a brown cow?
Mm-hmm.
You get porno music. Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow. Oh, shit.
That's just wrong.
We are getting bad on our show. What do we have to talk about? Okay, wildfires are going out. Winter's coming.
Well, we already talked about Kavanaugh. We both agreed that Kavanaugh should not be a Supreme Court justice. Is that our agreement?
I agree.
Okay.
I think we need to reset them all.
We need to just reset that, dude. You know what I feel bad? He's got teenage daughters, He's got these teenage daughters. And they never heard this story before about their dad,
Right.
And now all of a sudden they got to hear this about their dad. It's like, Dad, did you really do that? Did you push a girl in there? Did you push her in there?
You're that desperate? You were that desperate.
I mean, God, really? It's
That's
like so embarrassing, man. To be your own daughters. I would have bowed out right when I heard that was going to break and just said, you know what, just let this whole thing slide.
Yeah, forget about it.
Yeah.
You know what, though? Here's the problem. If you were going to just straight up look up a list of the dirty shit everyone in our government has done. It's endless. It's like an infinity.
There's got to be some straight ones, though. There's got to be some. They're not all like that.
There's a couple, maybe. Just waiting to find one.
Yeah, there's a few. It's a good mix.
Here's what happened.
You know what I like about Trump is, like, we already know he's just a dirtbag. He screws porno chicks when he's married. It's like nobody cares. It's like we all know he did it. It's like any other person, anybody else would have got the boot by now. But he's admitted. I mean, he's got these hot porn chicks coming out saying they did him. They're even telling stories about the shit they did with him.
Here's why I like him, because he's a real American. He's not like Obama. Nothing. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing. What I do. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing. You speak proper. You don't swear. You have no real skeletons in your closet, Obama. But you really didn't do that much, man, considering. You think you would have come out of them starting blocks and just shown everybody that he was the man. But no, he just pretty much took the title as president and just glided through 8 years.
Yeah, you're right. He did nothing as a man, and he did nothing as president.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there was nothing. It was all nothing.
It was pretty much all nothing, just a position that he held.
From day one, it's like
the way I see it. Now, granted, he did do a few things, but not really much, man. You would think, like, the way he was preaching when he was on the road, that he would get rid of poverty altogether. It's a new world. I'm going to make change. Yeah, he did. He made our dollar bills into change. That's what he did. He broke change.
Yeah.
He screwed up the insurance. Some people say they benefited from the insurance. I don't know. Most people I talk to say they haven't. So I would just have to go by the numbers.
Have you seen this thing where these two guys shoot the guy over the mattress?
I heard about it, but I didn't.
Oh, they showed the video. The wife.
They really did it, huh?
Oh, the wife videotapes the whole thing. I watched the video the other day.
They shoot a guy because he threw a mattress in the dumpster and filled up the dumpster at their complex?
No, it's really just in the back alley. He tosses this mattress out in the back alley. You got to watch the video. But this has nothing to do with the story. What I realized when I watched the video.
Yeah.
Because the dad and the son are back there with no shirts on, holding their guns. I realized something about America. America is full of fat fucking white redneck stupid motherfuckers, dude. Full of it.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, when you look at these two, you're inbred, dude. Inbred redneck motherfuckers is what this world's full of.
How do you castrate a hillbilly?
Dude, when I saw the picture of these two, I was like, holy cow, is America full of this? We're in trouble. If this is what we're full of, these inbred-looking dudes, oh my God, were they scary. First of all, you should never take your shirt off if you look like either of these two guys. Just keep your shirt on. If you're out in the world right now, keep your shirt on. You're going to scare some people with just that alone.
They shoot a motherfucker. The world's just
in front of his kids. In front of his kids.
And you know what? Here's the sad part.
God, I hope these guys both do 20 years. I really do.
You would hope the dad would stop the kid. What are you doing? I'm going out to shoot this dude for putting a mattress in the alley. Oh, no.
They're a couple of inbreds is what they are.
Or you think if the dad was headed out there, the son would have enough common sense to say, Dad, let's think this through a little.
Yeah, they're inbred. That's right. They don't have a brain between the two of them.
You know this mattress is bothering me? You know what the DA is going to tell him? Oh, man, you should have taken that mattress.
You should have shot him over it.
Wait do you feel the thing that you got to lay on in the joint? It ain't no freaking...
Yeah, wait, just the mattress they give you in the can.
Yeah, that mattress he threw away was like solid gold compared to the shit you're going to be laying on, this little mat on a steel shelf.
A quarter of this country is a scary bunch of rednecks, dude. God. What's scary is that's what voted Trump in, as those kind of people. How could he be proud that he's president when that's his base? God, he's got to be embarrassed.
Well, you know what?
God.
Here's
scary, man.
They don't give a shit as long as they can get in.
Oh, yeah.
Here's
the
another
truth.
theory.
They don't care
Here's
what
another
the
theory.
reason is to get in.
When
I'm running out of
Obama
alcohol here.
was
I'm running out of booze.
when Obama was running, he jumped on the Mexican bandwagon like no one ever did before. Because he's like, I'm a minority, you guys are minorities, so hey, I'm gonna take care of ya. So this is the first time the Mexicans ever thought they even had a chance. Was with Obama. And then the same
and you know
thing.
what? He deported more of them than any president before, if you look it up.
True. That's the old bait and switch.
The
He
old
looked
bait and
so
switch.
good doing it, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'd be like, before you vote, this is what I would tell a Mexican that's new here. I'm not against them, all of them, just the criminals. So, I would say, before you vote, remember this. They really don't give a fuck about you. So, when you think, if you're going to vote against Trump right now because it's going to help prevent you from getting deported, you're wrong, because they're deporting you anyway. The new president is too. He just isn't making a huge deal out of it like Trump is. He's doing it on the down low. So he gets your vote before he deports your ass.
So far, since Trump's been in office, he's deported like 16,900 people per month.
Right.
And that's not even close to what Obama did in his slowest deportation years. That's what it says online. Obama was deporting 34,000 a month at his peak. So trust me, he was no angel when it came to deportation. He just did it quiet. He was smart about it. He did everything real quiet. So,
yeah, he did. He didn't say a word. And notice, like, he didn't do very many speeches. Like, some presidents are always doing a speech about everything. Something happens at a school, they're doing a speech. Something, whatever. He kind of ducked out of the speeches, too. He selected a few that he wanted to do, but he pretty much didn't say shit. Like, when they got Bin Laden, supposedly they got Bin Laden. Now, I saw them hang Hussein in the video, unless that was Hussein's Hollywood look-alike.
I'm sure he had a couple of them. Hussein's probably still alive.
He could be, for all you know.
Yeah, I'm sure
that could have been a fake Hussein.
Same with Gaddafi. Gaddafi's probably still alive, and the guy they killed in that video, that ain't him probably.
And Bin Laden, there's no proof anyone got him. They may have got him years ago with one of them bunker busters, and when they quit hearing shit from him, they figured, hey, we got him. Well, we can't just say, hey, we got him. We're just going to have to say we got him. You know what I mean? Remember those videos he used to post, Bin Laden? They're like, this could be the same video from fucking 4 years ago.
Yeah, he never looked like he changed any.
Yeah.
I love how David Letterman used to, like, doctor up those videos with funny jokes and words and shit.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
He's like 7 feet tall, too. He's like the tallest towel head fucker ever.
Yeah.
And how they can't find him, just look up.
He was 7 feet without the towel.
Yeah. You know how you find Bin Laden? You just look up. He's the tallest one in the crowd. Fuckers. Plus, he was on dialysis. Okay.
He was?
Kidney dialysis machine. Yeah.
So he was a multi-millionaire, right?
He could only go so far away from a dialysis machine.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like it'd be real easy to fucking catch this guy, man. It's not like he's toting around like a fucking EpiPen in case you get stung by a bee. He needs a fucking dialysis machine.
That's probably not easy to find in the desert.
It's not like you're toting it around with you. Hey, look at that dude with a dialysis machine who's 7 feet tall. I wonder if that's Bin Laden, but shaved.
Let's take that towel off his head.
I swear they say they dumped his body in those. This is bullshit. They never caught him. They may have killed him because I haven't heard from him. You don't see no videos. But then again, everything's selective on TV.
You know what? It's been real quiet.
They're not showing.
Here's what's funny about these people. Americans tend to get complacent about bullshit. They haven't stopped hating us.
Right.
You know, they're just waiting for the right opportunity to do something crazy again. It's just they're willing to wait. They can wait 5 years. They can wait 10. They don't mind waiting. They're waiting till we get lazy and complacent. I mean, remember the first time they tried to blow up the World Trade Center before?
Right.
And we were dumb enough. We were dumb enough to go back in there and keep working like nothing happened.
Yeah.
It's like, dudes. And this is going to happen again.
I'd be afraid to go back to that building.
After that blew up the first time, I'd have never gone back in there. I mean, we just get so complacent sometimes.
There's so many things people don't know, like the Pentagon was not hit by a plane, and they still will not.
Listen,
I know, but I'm just saying.
I don't believe any of that bullshit you make up.
There's so much shit. There's so much shit about that 9/11 that doesn't fucking add up. It's crazy. And it's so big. Say it is a total conspiracy from our government. Let's just say it is. It's so much bigger than.
Dude, I don't even want to bring that. Once you start bringing that shit up, you just discredit the whole show. I don't believe any of that shit's real. I don't. It's just, that's Mickey Mouse bullshit.
I've just seen too much to not. There's portions of that story I don't believe.
Well, I believe maybe there are portions that were maybe manipulated in one way or another politically. Like, we use that, and we use some other information that wasn't true to invade Iraq.
Okay.
Like, here's a case. Here's an honest-to-God true case that a lot of people don't know. We used some information, and we told the Senate, the White House did, that Saddam Hussein was buying these special tubes that make this nuclear stuff, right? And Cheney leaked that to the press, okay? Then he used a press story to convince the Senate to go to war. He created the whole thing himself. He leaked the information to the press and then said that press story was the proof that we needed to go to the war, when none of it was true. That dude, in my opinion, Dick Cheney was the worst American we've ever had at any time whatsoever. And that's the truth. What I'm telling you right now is not a conspiracy theory. He legitimately did that. He created the whole thing. And
I believe it, because they never found anything there.
Exactly. We didn't find any weapons of mass destruction because there was none. And Cheney created the whole thing and then used his own creation to help us go to war. And then he wasn't even sorry about it.
Right.
He's never been sorry about it since. And the only reason he did it, here's the only reason they did it, because Saddam Hussein threatened George W. Bush's dad.
Right.
That's the only reason we went to war. All our kids that died for that, all the people that got killed in the war that never ended, all that shit was for nothing. The trillions of dollars we spent. It was bullshit.
Let's say that
I do believe 100%, though, that Dick Cheney made up the information that we needed to go to war against Iraq. In my opinion, that's treason, and he's a traitor.
Okay, I was listening to a commercial today. This is what made me think of it. And they were saying that there was it was like a furniture store or something like that. It was just like in the back of my head, I'm hearing the commercial. And they said that there's like a 10% discount for veterans, which I think they should have. Don't get me wrong with what I'm about to say. And then they said, because you protected this land, so you deserve a discount. Actually, most of these wars have nothing to do with about protecting America, because there's not much of a threat here in America as far as other countries invading. The wars that we're doing over there have nothing to fucking do with keeping America safe.
But when these people sign up, they're signing up to protect America.
They're signing up to protect America, but the war that they fought and lost their leg in had nothing to do with protecting America. It had to do with protecting special interests and money.
Special interests.
That's all they did.
It's true. It's sad that they're the pawns in a game of special interest when they shouldn't be. Our kids' lives are at risk, and our credibility is at risk when we have incompetent and treasonous people who send those people over there to do things that are just not right. They just weren't right.
I commend them for having the balls to take that job.
Oh yeah,
Totally.
me too. I couldn't.
However, what sucks is that how deceived they were about why they're in the war and why they're even there. That's the part that pisses me off. If let's say another country was invading, like coming through Myrtle Beach, dropping soldiers, and then they were on our beach, our American soldiers, shooting back at invaders. That would be protecting our country. But that shit ain't happening, man.
No, special.
They're over there. Yeah. They're stealing natural resources from other countries is what our military is doing.
Yeah.
Or stealing their rights to the natural resources. That's what they're doing. We're not worried about them fighting us. We should be. Here's why though.
Oh, and think about this too.
We're turning into a bunch of weak bunch of stupid fuckers in this country. And if China and Russia decided to try to come over here, I would be a little worried.
Oh, anytime they want to, they could.
We got pretty fucking weak. We're not like my grandparents that were soldiers, real soldiers, carrying a dude out of combat. Nobody invaded America. And if you called 9/11 an invasion of America, I would say we got off pretty good. That's hard to say, but compared to these other countries that are getting, however many people died on 9/11, compare that to however many people die overseas in other countries. Other human beings, not Americans, are dying by the thousands. Innocent people.
Yeah, look at how many in Syria.
Right.
It's crazy how many there. We're just
way
ignoring
more
that
than
whole
died
thing.
at 9/11. We just ignore it.
Yeah.
When 9/11 comes, everyone puts their flag and I agree with that. But every day this shit's going on over there, and it's kind of just getting like a blind eye looking at it. No one really even cares. No wonder why so many people want to come to America. They want to get away from, look at how much our government does that's corrupt. Imagine these other countries, how bad their governments are. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Even Russia, for instance. That fucking dude's a banana brain. And he's super fucking rich, too. You know what I mean? So
there's so many varying information about how many people have been killed in Syria. But Reuters or whatever, they're saying it's 511,000 people.
Right.
So we're talking about 3,000 people killed, and granted, that's terrible. That happened in America. But we're letting 500,000 people get killed in Syria, and no one seems to even care.
Exactly.
Nobody even brings it up.
500,000.
500,000. They're saying 18,000 just in July.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And you don't even see it. Like
nobody even cares. Because the news decides what they're going to report.
You wonder why these people want to come here. I say we give them Kansas. We call Kansas a refugee camp. There's plenty of good fertile farmland, and it stinks like pig shit, so they probably got plenty of fertilizer there. We let them have Kansas. There's plenty of room, too, in Kansas. Kansas is probably bigger than a lot of these countries. So you could stay in Kansas. We really don't want to take in all these refugees. But as long as you stay in fucking Kansas, you could be here. Because nobody even wants to go to Kansas. In fact, if we could get rid of Kansas to make my trip quicker, let's take Kansas out and pull a string and pull the states closer so that I don't have to make that trip through fucking Kansas.
Yeah, there's no sympathy. It's the news reporters, they only report what they want to report when it suits them.
I know, that's
they could care less about Syria just like anybody could care less. It doesn't sell Cialis. They can't sell Cialis reporting on Syria. That's all they care about.
Fuck yeah, Cialis. That's all I care about.
Yeah, it's just a crime is what it is.